Shut up, Simon.
Hey. What up, though? This is Shut Up, Simon. I'm your host, Simon. You, as in Simon, you don't know shit. And to that I say, I know, and neither do you. And once we have both established that, then we can find some kind of common ground. And we'll be all right if we could both recognize that none of us know shit. Today on Shut Up, Simon, we are speaking ego. E-G-O. Everybody gets one. I made that up my damn self. Y'all better give me my props for that. Your boy is cold with the acronyms, the blackronyms, the afronyms. I can't be stopped, bro. Somebody get this man a marshmallow. He is on fire. Nah, I'm playing, y'all. What is going on? No, I missed y'all. It's been another week. We are here on Monday. A little bit late this week. My fault, y'all. I'm fucking up. But, hey, it's better than nothing, okay? We are on the eve of one of the most hyped elections that we will ever face. Personally, that I have lived through in my 28 years of existence on this earth. We are on the verge of what may be the end of the world or the beginning. Either way, bruh, we got to know that we going to be straight, okay? It is time that we rely on our community and we come together right now over me. Shoom boom booga boom. Ow! Shoom boom booga boom. Nah, let me chill. On some real shit though, bro. It is for real the time that we depend on the community. And if you can't depend on your community, then congratulations, dumbass. You've picked the wrong community. Okay? And you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Which brings me to my point for today, bro.
Shut up, Simon.
Ego. Ego. And I chose to talk about ego today because I feel like our collective idea of what ego is a little narrow. And this dense definition that we've given ego has made it a little troubling for us to properly deal with the shit. Just from what I've seen, bro, as an observer of society, as someone who takes pride in just kind of paying attention to shit, this is just something that I've noticed. And ironically, I use the word pride as I go to talk about ego. And getting into it, I don't mean to be a victim blamer, but sometimes, bro, we just need to accept the consequences of our own ego. Okay? And first and foremost, I would like to begin with this idea that we have that ego simply is just arrogance. Someone's arrogance, someone's confidence. Ego is more than just arrogance. Ego is more than just confidence. Ego is more than someone feeling like they're better than everybody else. We call these people big-headed. We call them self-absorbed. We call them self-inflated. All of that, yes. All of that is ego. All of that is ego. But what I'm trying to get across today is this idea of self-importance. This idea that no matter the experience, the only one I will consider is mine and mine alone. And I'm going to put that experience above any other experience that may exist within the shared space. You're not the only person we aren't individually limited to our own experience. And when I say that, because I mean, that sounds kind of dumb because we are limited to our own experience. But I mean that as when it comes to empathy and shit, we are able to somewhat understand the levels of an experience that someone else may have had. Okay? We cannot continue to assume that our experience and our knowledge and the information that we hold fuck, a nigga throw his photo. That's why I give a smoking before the show. But we cannot continue to think and believe that the information we hold trumps, no pun intended, any other information that exists out in there. We confuse ego with arrogance. I've said that already. And even though the two are kind of the same shit, they aren't limited to one another. Ego is more than just arrogance. I know a lot of us aren't egomaniacs, and that's why it's pretty hard for us to kind of come to terms with just this misinterpretation of ego, because we aren't just fucking walking around this bitch like we Kanye West. We aren't at our jobs storming out of our boss's office on some Steve Jobs shit. We not just walking around shitting on our or shitting on our coworkers and our homies as if we just, our shit don't stink at all. Some of us aren't. Most of us aren't in the most blatant of ways. Not in the ways that we critique celebrities and shit for. But a lot of us are loathing in our own delusion of our self-importance. I'm going to keep saying that. The delusion of our own self-importance has got us trapped and just our minds closed, and we can't seem to goddamn shake none of that shit. Okay, stay with me. What are you saying, Simon? I'm saying just because we aren't walking around like some egomaniacs and shit, it does not mean that our ego is reflecting in other destructive ways. What are you saying, Simon? Okay, y'all niggas still ain't following me. Peep game. So we not listening, and not only are we not listening, but we just talking way too damn much. And not only are we just not listening and talking way too much, but we are now responding to words as if they were actions. We're responding to them with the same reactivity as if they were someone's fucking real physical actions. Okay, we're giving words the same amount of power. And that's some bullshit, bro. That is some bullshit. First off, though, before I get into that, we not listening, okay? First off, I would like to begin with, I know that I don't have no credibility to be saying any of this shit. I just think that I'm somebody who has dealt with his own ego, has come to terms with the reality of my own self-worth and my own self-importance, and realized that don't nobody give a shit. And I can't expect nobody to give a shit about me except for my parents. And really, I can barely expect for them to give a shit about me. They've done enough. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward, though, I know I don't know shit, but to whoever wants to listen, these are my words, bro.
Shut up, Simon.
A wise nigga once said, there's nothing to learn. Oh no, I said this shit. There's nothing to learn if we all agree on everything. Okay? First off, let's start with that. Because we all agree on the same shit, because we're first off putting ourselves in communities that are just affirming and reinforcing the same ideas that we already share with the niggas in the community, we are simply just participating in one giant ego stroke, which ain't healthy. It's not challenging. Nobody wants to listen because everybody's saying the same shit. So what is the reason to even be listening in the first place? Huh? What am I saying? Y'all niggas still ain't hearing me. The great philosopher Socrates once said, I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, that I know nothing.
Message.
That's from my nigga Socrates, bro. And I don't really listen to crackers like that. But my nigga Socrates may have been on to something. Okay? I'm going to repeat that shit. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, that I know nothing. To put it short, the nigga who knows everything knows that he knows nothing. The nigga who think that he know everything has nothing to learn. Y'all know that, bruh. This is A, B, and C, goddamn. Okay, if you've listened to the podcast before, I've talked a lot about how we have this unhealthy merge of the digital world, the internet, and everything that exists on it, and the societal norms and the traditional behaviors that exist on the internet are beginning to seep into this physical, real space that we all have to share in a way that ain't healthy, in a way that's gonna fuck us up if we continue to let it happen. What do I mean by that? So on the internet, all you gotta do is not all you gotta do, but all you can do on the internet is talk. That's it. You just communicate with each other. We fill up boxes, text boxes full of just characters that express how we feel or what we need to say. We just talking. Everybody just talking. And because there's just all of these opportunities to speak, nobody's really listening, or nobody's really listening to comprehend, reading to comprehend. People are just reading and listening to have something to respond to, or to have something to respond with. And this is all some ego shit. I'm taking this all back to some ego shit. Our egos have convinced us that with the internet, we are an all-knowing group of people. If we have a question, we can simply just type that shit in, find the answer, and just go back and forth over the answer, over our own interpretation of the answer, as if our own interpretation is the only interpretation. Not even considering that a whole different person, a whole different people, like all these different people who hold their own brains and own minds, may interpret the same information differently. Our ego tells us that we're right. Therefore, we're either resisting the information coming that's telling us we're wrong, or we're seeking the people telling us that we're correct to just fuel our ego. Sorry, I'm a nigga back itching. For those who watching, if you listening, fuck yeah, you can't even see. But what I'm saying is, how about we approach information just open to the information, not forming any sudden or immediate opinion on the information we just received. Recognizing that this may not be all the information on the shit. I may not have all the information I need to conceive of any substantial opinion about this information that I just received. I hope y'all niggas can understand that shit. It just makes no sense. Approach all the information just open. Whether you agree with it, whether you're not, you might not know on the goddamn spot. Niggas bars is too damn hot this episode, bro. If I do say so myself. But see, this is what the ego would tell you. The ego will want some credit for that. Y'all niggas better tell me my bars is hot. You see, even me, the nigga talking about ego, is dealing with his own ego simultaneously talking about ego. I've done it. Y'all do it, bro. I'm not saying stop it. I'm just saying be aware of this shit and then try to stop it, okay? Because this shit is just becoming ridiculous. This shit is becoming ridiculous. Our egos will not allow us to look like the less knowledgeable one in an exchange. This goes back to us not listening. So somebody may give me some information, maybe having a conversation. Somebody introduces me to information I had no idea about. I didn't know anything about this shit. Example, the other day I found out Metallica, a band that I don't even listen to, sold over 100 million records. What does that information benefit me? Nothing. It was just an interesting fact that I learned. I was just like, holy shit, I've never heard a fucking Metallica, well, knowingly heard a Metallica song, but these niggas have sold over 100 million records. That blew my mind to me, bro. I figured shit, if they sold that many records, everybody on the world must have heard at least one of their songs and could recognize one of their shits. I was given this information. Immediately, I was like, well, how much records did Michael Jackson sell? Because everybody know him. I immediately challenged whatever the information I was given. I don't know how many records this nigga Michael Jackson sold. I didn't even take the time to look the shit up. I didn't even care. I just wanted something to say back to this fool telling me these crackers sold 100 million records. It didn't even matter. This shit didn't even matter. I just wanted some shit to say. I realized afterwards that was all my ego just talking. I could have just found out some more information. I could have asked some more questions about Metallica. But instead I made this more about my taste in music and how many records a nigga that I like made.
Shut up, Simon.
Like, bro, I've done it. You do it. We all do it, bro. Just listen to the information. Don't form an opinion immediately. Shit, what's the saying? What's the saying, bro? You let somebody talk long enough, you find out everything. People love talking. People love talking because our egos are just so damn big in the slightest of ways. You shut the fuck up. They'll tell you everything you need to know, but we ain't shutting up long enough to find out a goddamn thing. But we got the internet, so we know it all. What the fuck we need to listen to another nigga for? He getting this information the same place we are. Is what our ego tells us. Boy, y'all ain't following the nigga.
Shut up, Simon.
We are here in this world, on this earth, to gather all the information that we can, learn as much as we can, mutually exchange insight, values with those and the things that we experience on this world. And then we take that shit, everything we done learned, and then we just take it whatever's next for us. We just take it there. And we do the same thing. We don't know what's after this shit, after this life. Some people believe what they want to believe. I believe in what I believe. I don't believe we just gonna crumble up in the earth and it's just over. So we just learn what we can from here. Take that shit on to the next life and use it on there. If you don't learn shit here, you're gonna be pretty fucked in the next life, in my opinion. Do better than you did here, bruh. In the next shit, do better than you did on this one. And the only way you can do that is if you properly prepare for the next life and won't even know what it is. So the best thing you could do is just get all the information you can, just in case you need to apply that shit in the next life, bruh. We are all on a mission here. That's the mission. Learn what we can here, take it on to the next life, prepare for that mission. We can't be prepared for this mission right here because we got them to worry about what color suit we gonna wear. Bro, we on a mission, bro. Don't get distracted. And our ego is a distraction. Our ego distracts us with our own damn self. All right. Moving on. Y'all niggas ain't with me, bro.
Shut up, Simon.
The other thing the ego does is it normalizes this notion that words matter. And as a nigga who uses words to convey ideas over a mic and then send them out on the internet, I am here to tell you that words matter a little bit, but not more than action. And right now we're giving words, if not just as much, more weight than we're giving anybody's action. And that's stupid. That's stupid. It's stupid in every sense of the whole situation. It's stupid to be falling for these words that hard. It's stupid to be not responding to actions or not responding with action as much. Like I was saying, bro. This is I talk about this a lot, and this is a reoccurring theme on this show. I bring it up about how there's this unhealthy merge of the behaviors and the normalities that are acceptable on the internet, and they're becoming a lot more acceptable and a lot more traditional in this physical world that we all have to share. The one I'm talking about today. All niggas do on the internet is talk. That's all you can do. For the most part, that's all you can do. You could just chat, talk, communicate via words, via characters. I ain't been on Facebook in a while, but I'm sure you jump on that shit. That's the first thing they're asking you is, how did you feel? What's your status? You get on Twitter, what's your status? Even fucking Instagram now. You can put words and whatever. Your caption is almost just as important as the picture. This is a very egotistical approach to one's own existence. Is moving that same level of just talking and how much it matters into a world where action is actually what the fuck means the most. No wonder a nigga like Donald Trump is president. A talker. This nigga be talking, businessman, be talking niggas right out they check. Done talked his way right into office, bro. This man ain't done a goddamn thing. This man said he was gonna build a wall, make Mexico pay for it. These niggas said, fuck you. We ain't seen it. Ain't nobody challenged him on it. But every time he say some shit, we respond like crazy. This man done said he was gonna repeal all this shit. Supreme Court was like, nigga, no, you can't do that. But just the fact that he said that shit had everybody up in arms. Had everybody freaking the fuck out. Just take a look at the entire culture. The two most significant figures in pop culture, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian. Kanye West used to be a man of many words, somebody who could say a lot and did just as much. Now all that nigga got to do is say whatever he wants. All he got to do is say that. Kim Kardashian doesn't really have to say much, but doesn't do a lot either. But has just finessed her way into this fucking superstardom for doing absolutely nothing. Then get some niggas out of jail and feel like Kim and this bitch feel like they deserve Nobel Peace Prizes for this fucking shit. When there's lawyers every day getting people out of prison. Getting no recognition. That's what another thing. Our ego is just, we want recognition. We want acclaim. We want all this credit for barely any fucking work. I remember I was working at some OD network. I had one time, bro, I had a crazy job at this very, very successful network. I was the executive assistant to the president of the network. I had never been an assistant before. I was in that bitch just eating up all the perks. Feeling like, oh, I'm the executive. I barely did anything to get this job, but y'all niggas know the position that I hold. That position fucking made me just boosted my whole ego and shit. And I know I ain't the only one, bro. That's that shit ego does. It convinces us that being something is all we have to do. Being somebody. As long as I be somebody, then I'm straight. And that is some bullshit. We believe we are entitled to everything that we want just because we try for it. Perhaps our current situation is one we deserve, bruh. Just thinking about it.
Shut up, Simon.
Any shit worth having is going to be hard to get. The doing is hard. The talking is easy. It's easy to be somebody, bruh. It's easy to be somebody. And that's what we've done with all this identity politics shit. We've made it so easy to just be somebody. I ain't got to do shit, but I can be whoever I say that I am. And you better recognize me as such. Even though I ain't done shit. If I say I'm a comedian, you better recognize me as a comedian. I don't have to be doing open mics. I don't have to be writing jokes. I don't have to be out here doing shows. I don't have to be on stage developing a set, doing that shit. I could do it one time, twice, 3 times and say I'm a comedian. And be recognized as such. Just think about it, bro. Just think about right now what we in. The person who says the most provocative thing gets the most attention. They got the most eyes on them just because of what they said. It's people out here doing amazing shit every day. I ain't taking nothing away from people who are actually doing shit. But there are a lot more people who are saying a whole lot and getting just as much recognition and just as much attention for goddamn not even half the work. And we are contributing to all that shit. We are, me, you, all of us are contributing to people doing nothing and getting everything. Be somebody. That's what we always tell ourselves. We say shit like fake it till you make it. That's a cultural stamp. We could say that shit. We've accepted that as a normal thing to say. Fake it till you make it. Y'all ever think about what that shit say? Believe your bullshit until your bullshit becomes something. Believe your own bullshit. Fake it till you make it. Bro, you can literally say whatever the fuck you want to say to yourself. And feel it. And feel it. And feel it. You'll feel that shit because we've told ourselves that. And our ego has allowed us to believe anything that we tell ourselves, good or bad. Good or bad. But this all goes back to ego. Us believing that whatever we say, however we feel, anything that we do, the slightest effort that we put forth should be validated. It deserves something. Y'all, we fucking ourselves up thinking like this. And it's funny because with technology advancing the way it is, and convenience is growing a lot more. Like everything just comes more and more convenient. Every generation is raising a dumber, weaker generation. And we think the opposite. Like, I don't mean to get all toxically masculine, but I remember there was a time when changing a tire, like niggas could change tires. Not even on some like, this is some man thing to do, but this is just some shit you need to know how to do. If you gonna drive a car, you should know how to change the goddamn tire. I can count on bro, all my niggas, most of my niggas out here can't change no tire. And these are like personally my homies. And I don't knock them for that shit. Some of them can't. But I don't knock the ones that can't. But what I do knock is these niggas walking around like they can do anything and know how to do anything. But really, it's all I need to do is be able to pull up this video and it'll show me how to do this shit right now. I'm rambling on some shit, but what I'm saying is we are a weaker, dumber generation, but this access to all the information in the world has inflated our egos so much so that we believe otherwise. We are completely convinced that we are mentally, emotionally superior than the people that raised us. I don't give a fuck, man. Actions always gonna speak louder than words. To be somebody or to do something, that's always gonna be the challenge. Our ego is content with being somebody, receiving the notoriety and the acclaim and all the recognition that comes with being somebody. When really what matters is doing some shit, y'all. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to y'all, bro. I'm not just preaching, bro. I'm not just trying to tell niggas just to tell niggas, bro. Put out what you want in the universe, bro. I'm not saying you can't do what you want to do, bro. But I'm saying this idea of us doing what we already want to do is what's fucking us up from doing what we doing. Put what you want out there in the universe. Work for what you want, goddamn. But don't let that it that you want to be, don't let that it that you want to be what you're chasing. Don't let that thing that you want to be, that title, that position, these goals, bro, don't let these things these kind of go. I'm talking like, if you want to do something, bro, if you want to goddamn cure cancer, by all means do that for the sake of saving lives and not for the sake of being a nigga who cured cancer. I don't mean to sound too preachy on this episode, bro. I wish I could have came with some more funny shit. But what I'm saying is just be satisfied in the work. Be satisfied in knowing that you done put this work in. People can't take away the work, bro. People could take all the accolades away from your ass. That nigga Reggie Bush is not a college champion no more. I don't even think the nigga is a Heisman Trophy winner. But Reggie Bush is always going to be one of the best college running backs that we've ever seen with our own eyes. Bro. I don't know if y'all niggas watch college football, but shit, that nigga Reggie Bush was cold. Went to the league, was in the league. Nigga might have been out of the league, and then they said that he was taking some money in college and took his championship away, took his Heisman Trophy away, bro. And he's still straight, bro, because he did a whole lot for that school, bro. And that school always gonna remember that nigga. Talk less, do more. Some people do everything they can and end up with nothing. Some people do nothing at all and get everything that they want. All that shit is to be determined. Don't just do it to be known for it. Don't just be talking shit. But turn up, bruh, and do this shit to do it for real. And look, I know ironically this is coming from someone who's literally talking to y'all. This is how I'm communicating with y'all. I'm talking. I'm on the internet. I'm talking on some shit. That might be why I called this show Shut Up, Simon. as a reminder to myself to nigga shut your ass up and get up and do something. Okay? As usual, y'all, I don't know shit, but it's just some stuff to think about. This is Shut Up Simon. I am Simon. You, as in Simon, you need to get your ass up and do something. I love every single one of y'all. Follow us on the gram at Shut Up Simon Pod. Until next week, I love y'all. We gonna be good. I'm out this bitch.
Shut up, Simon!
Yeah, me and Simon getting through the world together, huh? Just us two.
Yeah.
Right now, till we go home later.